And Corey and Brooke, they've made it into the studio today. Guys, how are you feeling today? Has it sunk in?
A little sore, a little tired.
Yeah?
Was it a lot tougher than you thought it was going to be?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, no question.
And so the training sort of right from the off, I mean, it's intensive, isn't it?
Yeah, I had really no idea what I was getting myself into. You know, quite surprisingly, it was very, very difficult. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hours that you have to put into it. I mean, obviously, I'm an actor. I'm a film actor, so I was working on 2 films at the beginning of the show when we all started training. And basically, the regimen was that you were supposed to have 30 hours of training with your partner before anybody actually... I'm sorry, 30 hours of training on your own before you met your partner.
Right.
And I actually only had 8.
Okay.
And did it feel like that, Brooke, when he came along? Did he feel that he was lagging behind, that he was in need of you?
Yes, definitely. And I tried to keep telling Corey what this show is like and how much work has to be put in and how much, you know, what the quality of skating that we're going to see, and it's incredible. And I think it took a little bit longer for that to sink in with Corey, and I think last night it finally did, and he finally put everything he had into it, and it was wonderful to go out that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Corey, what would you do differently this time around?
Well, I don't know if I would do it again. If I put myself through that again. But, I mean, honestly, if I kind of could go back to 0 and start fresh, I probably wouldn't have taken the commitment with knowing that I had other things in my schedule. I mean, the fact that Georgie is pulling off what she's pulling off.
She's working a lot, isn't she?
Yeah, well, it's amazing. I mean, she's literally just running on fumes. You know, I mean, that woman has no time to live, so I understand.
What about the connection between the two of you? Because, I mean, these two will say it, the sort of... You're a partnership, aren't you? So you need to have that connection. And last night, obviously, the VT before you went on showed a lot of tension between the pair of you. I mean, do you think that may have worked against you last night, possibly?
Oh, it definitely worked against us.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no question about that. But at the same time, you know, you're only seeing one little sliver of time in, you know, hours and hours and hours that we spend together during the week. Bottom line is, she is an incredible skater. She's amazing. I mean, I'm, you know, graced in her presence, to be honest.
Thank you, Corey.
Well, it's the truth. And, you know, I mean, I've never even dreamed that I would even make it this far, to be honest. I mean, I didn't even think that I would get to the point where I would survive long enough. I thought I would have broken bones and be carried home in a body cast long before this.
So is your disappointment that you just felt you were getting into your stride, that if you just had a couple more weeks, you'd be up to full steam?
Yeah, I mean, I really felt like, you know, the whole time getting there, I was like, I don't belong here, I don't belong here, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I'm not like them. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, last night, it was like, oh, wow, we actually could do this.
You really enjoyed yourself last night. It came alive last night.
It came off, and it went well. And there was, you know, the second one was actually the first time I didn't make any mistakes during the performance.
Do you find the skate-off is actually easier than the first performance?
No, it's a lot harder because your energy is so much lower, because you have to realize that we start at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and by the time we actually do the live show, we've run it probably 5 times. So by the time you do the skate off, you've already had like a 13, 14-hour day.
Now, you said that off of the ice, you were the best dancer, and Michael Jackson taught you to dance, didn't he?
Well, he inspired my dance.
He inspired you to dance.
I used to watch, you know, the Motown 25th anniversary, and I literally mimicked him, and that's how I learned how to do Billie Jean. Then we became friends, and we used to dance together, and, you know, we'd talk about theory and things like that. So I did certainly learn a lot from
Do you think you did the wrong show? Should you have done Strictly, the one not on the ice?
No, because then that wouldn't be a challenge, and it wouldn't really be fair to the other contestants, you know what I mean? Like, I felt that this was appropriate because it was challenging myself. It was pushing myself to do something that I'd never done. I was definitely out of my comfort zone, definitely in above my head, you know, in the water above my head. But that said, I don't regret doing that because you have to take risks in life.
Yeah.
Will you keep up the ice game?
Yeah, you know, now I can teach my child, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And you never know, maybe there'll be like a, you know, an ice movie I do or a routine live on the ice. You never know.
Well, thank you very much. Are you back to America?
No, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to see what happens. I'm interested in possibly doing some West End theater. And I've got a couple film offers over here, so you never know. I might stick around for a while.
All right. Thank you all, Brooke. Thank you very much.
You sticking around, Brooke?
I think I'm on a flight home tomorrow.
She's out of here. Pull the plug.
No, we'll see. I'm not sure yet what I'm doing.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, here we are.